Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down will give 4 up to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 29, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's McBride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground with Ward. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Ward. There he goes inside the 30. And he's got room. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play. But it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage. And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Byron Pringle now to return it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
That catch good for only a couple. After giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Returning it is Moore.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Second and 10.
Murray now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray to air it out again. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Fields. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 38, Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Cardinals 16, Bears 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Fields.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
They'll run on first down. It's Ward. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there out of the running game. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Fields on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. The left side completion to Jones. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come something here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 18-yard line.
Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Fields. Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Murray has the first down and more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Zaven Collins brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A huge play there for Chicago. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run it with Ward. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Arizona.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 44. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Steps away. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Pringle.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's
and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jalen, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well. and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Murray has the first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Back to throw it. Murray forced out to his left. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day? Taking it right down Broadway. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he works free. Still going. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.